Welcome to the Moms Like Us podcast, where moms just like you learn strategies, systems, and skills through expert interviews and real-life insight designed to take your marriage, mothering, and home to the expert level. Hi, I'm Mona Corwin, your mom mentor and host, author, international speaker, and the founder of the Moms Like Us Academy. I've been coaching moms for over 25 years, and I have some really good news for you. Motherhood isn't a natural talent. It's a skill, and you can learn it. You can crush it at motherhood instead of motherhood crushing you. So let's get to today's show. Well, happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day weekend, and I wanted to come on, Mona, your mom mentor, and just give you a message of encouragement and to help you kick off your Mother's Day for this year. And so let's get to it. Okay, little mama, Mother's Day is here. All right. Now, if you're like me, you have already gone to the store and gotten the things that you need to make sure that everybody's going to have what they need for you to relax on Mother's Day, right? Yep. You know what? I always did that to make it easy for my family to be able to give me what I need. And I kind of let them know what I need. So one of the first things I want to encourage you in, and then I'm going to get all mushy on you, is don't be disappointed if it doesn't go exactly the way you thought it would, okay? Because it's Mother's Day, and they're going to do the best that they can to encourage you and to love on you. But the truth is, motherhood is such a sacrifice, which is a good thing, and it is such a big thing that's inside of us. I don't know if we could ever feel quite honored or special enough, because it's so big in a woman. It's really big in us. So be really excited for the things that you do get and the ways that they do things. You know, this year, I went and bought all this stuff. I'm going to make my husband a special thing. He's going to really like it. And then I'm also going to make my new apple cake. I don't know if I told you all about this apple cake. Like, I'm a chocolate girl, and the apple cake in the girls in the academy, you will be getting that this the end of I think July. In July you'll get it for 4th of July, because it's apples, right? And but it is the best recipe ever. So in the girls in the academy, you just be waiting for that. And if you're not in the academy, why not? You need to join the academy, the Moms Like Us Academy. Anyways, you can find out about that. But I want to tell you that I'm going to be alone this weekend. My kids are all spread out. Right now I have some kids that are in England. My son and his wife are down in Austin, and it's just going to be okay. It's going to be okay because I've raised my kids, and I love the fact that God has placed them in the place where He has them, and that they are uniquely wired for those areas. And I feel like because they're there, that is a Mother's Day gift to me, because they are walking with Jesus. And when your kids are walking with Jesus and they allow God to be their father, then you don't feel like you have to constantly be still mothering. Until then, you kind of got to constantly still be mothering in one form or another. Okay. I want you to enjoy your Mother's Day no matter what, okay? Alrighty. Set your heart to receive what they give you. Okay, but now I want to tell you about why your motherhood is so important. And I'm going to give you the gift of telling you that. When a woman has her baby and she becomes a mother, something changes inside of you. And I want you to know that God created it that way. You know, back when you were 12 years old and you thought boys were gross and all that, and then all of a sudden you went, oh, that guy's kind of cute. I like his hair. Yeah, things changed inside of you. And when you got to be older and you wanted to go off to college, you were a little scared to go off to college, but all of a sudden you felt like, I can do this. Or you got a new job and you thought, I can do this. It's because God created us so that our bodies actually chemically are prepared for each stage of our life. And motherhood is no different. When we have our baby, there are things, hormones that happen inside of us, and all kinds of chemicals are in our brain that change when we become a mother. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because like your breasts start making milk. Like you don't do a whole lot before that baby's born. God's making a baby in you. And then when the baby comes out, it's your turn. It's your turn, but you're ready. You're ready even if you didn't think you were ready. Even if the house isn't ready or your finances aren't ready. You can be ready because God creates a desire in our heart to be moms. You know the mama bear thing, right? Oh my gosh, there's a new song out. I think I'm going to post it on I think I want to do a video on it. But it's called Mama Bear. And it is a powerful song because there's something inside of a woman that really rises up when their children are in jeopardy. And we're kind of seeing that across the country as women are finding out that the schooling is not exactly what they thought it was going to be or that it was. There's something, I wear a necklace that says Mama Warrior on it. I've worn it for about 7 years. And everybody in the academy has one too. But it reminds us what our job is. We're in a war. We're in a war against the enemy. The enemy doesn't want us to succeed, and he doesn't want our children to succeed. He certainly doesn't want our marriages to succeed, and he wants our homes to be a battleground. And that's kind of what's happening. But you know what? Good news. Moms are really starting to wake up and come home. Some of it is finding out about the actual chemical and brain development of our children. And as we've learned about CAT scans and MRIs and daycares and stuff like that, we're starting to change the way we want our children to be raised. And it's kind of how Moms Like Us became Moms Like Us. We're kind of a different breed. And the trend is kind of moving where moms want to leave the workplace and come home to be with their kids, especially when they're small. And we've kind of learned that you can have it all, you just can't have it all at the same time. And if you try, you're gonna be pooped. You're gonna be pooped, sweetie. So we've got to figure out a way that you can do both well if you want to do both well. But it's really, really, really difficult because children are not, we can't just put them in a filing cabinet and pull them out when we need to address something. You know, they're not even like spaghetti. They're like, Jell-O, and they're kids. We got to form them right and get them going correctly. And the lie that the culture has told us is that it's not about the quantity of time, it's about the quality of time. This is a big lie. The first one was, you can have it all. Well, you can't. Not at the same time. We can help you figure it out over a lifetime, but you can't have it all at the same time. Then the second one is that quality, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And the reason this is a lie is because they're kids. We can't know when the quality time is going to take place. Even when my kids were older, like I have 5 kids, so they're spanned out all ages. So I've been a mom really, really long time. And so when my oldest son was like 9, 10, as he was going, well, I had babies, I had toddlers. So I was with them all day long, tired at the end of the day. But my son would come home, and that's when he wanted to chat. He wanted to chat at 8 o'clock at night. And then when he got to be a teenager, when he came home from where he was at, he wanted to chat then. And I wanted to be available for when he needed me to be a mother, when I could mother him well. And so the quantity had to be there for the quality to happen. So can you see why this is so important? Nobody can do this like you. Number 3 is motherhood cannot be duplicated. It can be imitated, but it can't be duplicated. I can hire someone to talk to my son, I guess a counselor or something like that, or even a youth pastor. Have them, you need to go talk to someone like that. Why would I do that? I'm his mother. I'm going to listen to him the best. I'm going to help him the best. That doesn't mean counselors are bad. That doesn't mean youth pastors are bad. Of course, that when you need them, of course you should have them. But you're the mother. You know his heart. You know his gifts and talents. You know his strengths. You know his weaknesses. You cannot be duplicated, imitated. And then it's kind of good. It's, but it's second best. It's second best. And that doesn't mean dads aren't important. Yes, they are, but they have their own thing. A mother and a father, they're not interchangeable either. What a dad does is what a dad does, and it's super, super important. And what a mom does is what a mom does, and it's super duper important. You can't be duplicated, sweetie. I forgot where I was at. Okay. You can't have it all at the same time. It's not quality versus quantity. And you cannot be duplicated. You cannot. In closing, I want to tell you that our culture doesn't really value motherhood, marriage, or home. They act like it's kind of good, but they act like it's an accessory to the real work that you do outside of the home, for the economy, for the industry, for the taxes. That is what it is. If the enemy of our soul, the enemy of God, if he can get a mother out of the home, he has access to the kids. If he can get a father to not take responsibility and care for the women and children that he's been given, if he can get him distracted and off and not home or not engaged at all, then he has access to the children and the woman in the home. And I don't care what you do. He has access to you because you don't have the covering of your husband. You don't have a man. And we become vulnerable. And I know we don't want to say that because we want to be women and hear us roar and all that other baloney that we've been told for 50 years. We need our men. We need them to protect us, and we need their prayer covering too. The enemy of our soul wants to destroy families. And my question to you on Mother's Day is, are you going to let him? Are you going to let him? Like I said, I wear a necklace that says Mama Warrior on it because we are at war. And you know what? He's not having my kids. He's not having my man, and he is for sure not having my home. He's not going to run havoc in our lives. You know why? Because me and my man, we're on it. We're on it. We see where he works, and we seek the Lord to figure out how to stop him. And we've learned what it means to fight the good fight. It is the most wonderful job in the world. And people say it's the hardest job in the world. I don't think it's the hardest job in the world. I don't. I'm sorry. I think it is the most pleasurable job that you could ever have. And where you struggle, guess what? Those are areas where you can learn to not struggle. Because my fourth thing that I want to tell you is, sweetheart, motherhood is not a natural talent. It's a skill, and you can learn it. You can learn it. And that's why we have the Moms Like Us Academy. So we can learn stuff from older ladies that know things. I have a friend that says that. Old ladies that know stuff. That's her podcast. You might want to listen to it. It's Rhonda Stoppe. She's great. You'd love to listen to her podcast. But older women know stuff. And that's why it is biblical. God put in Titus 2, in the New Testament, a book of the Bible that's Titus 2, verse 2. It says the older women are to teach the younger women how to be busy at home and be good with their husbands and all these things. And he knew that we would need each other. Because men, they can't figure us out. And I kind of get it. We can't figure them out either. But that's for another podcast. We've got some answers for that too. You don't have to struggle along the way. You don't. I don't even like the word struggle. I kind of like the word wrestle. Because I wrestle with things. I'm like, what about this? What about that? Struggle sounds like, oh, it's so down. I'm so bad. I'm a victim. And, blah, blah, blah. But when I'm wrestling, I'm trying to figure something out. I'm trying to figure crap out. And to have someone to talk to and say, well, I tried that and it didn't work. But so-and-so I know tried this and it does work. Try one of these 3 things. And then you're really being proactive, and it gives you the confidence that you can figure it out. You can figure it out, sweetheart. Motherhood is not a natural talent. It's a skill, and you can learn it. You can. And you can learn really quicker if you find out the mistakes that don't work and don't try those. I love telling those stories. I like to tell a lot of stories, so you'll have to hang out here on the podcast or come into the academy where we have lots of fun. Okay, that's pretty much it. I've gone over what I've said several times, but I do want you to know that you're not alone in this. And honestly, your man, bless his heart, he is in it with you, but it's hard for men to know what's going on in a woman. And, that's okay. They do the best they can. And when I do some podcasts on marriage, I hope that you'll listen to them. And I do things on femininity and the softness of you as a woman. I love to teach on that. I hope that you'll go and find some of my podcasts that are listed here and listen to those. They're fun and you're going to get some insight because you know what? The culture doesn't want to tell you that either. But that's for another show. I really enjoyed talking to you today. I want you to have a super great day. I'm going to get on in the kitchen right there. I got all my butter softening up. And I'm going to put this all away because I've been working on stuff for you guys in the Moms Like Us Academy. And I am going to make some apple cake. I'll post it on my Instagram. And who knows, I just might post that recipe. It's one of the best desserts I've ever made, and I've been cooking for a really long time. All right, darling, that's it. Moms like us, we do things like this. We understand our motherhood, and we cherish it. And we see it, we're wrestling, but we can make it. And I know that you will too. So, moms like us do things like this. This is my closing. I love to do this one. Moms like us do things like this. And when we do, I hope that you're there. Bye for now. Hi, I hope you liked this episode of the Moms Like Us show. And if you did, I hope that you'll share it. You'll share it with another mom friend because, moms like us do things like this. I also hope that you will check out the Moms Like Us Academy, where we take ideas like we've been talking about on the show, but we go deeper. We just don't get inspired and think, ooh, that's a really good idea. I think I want to try that. We actually learn how to do these things and why we need to. And then you know what? You have Mona, the Mom Mentor, and other master moms that teach the master classes in there. They come alongside and we help you implement and really truly change your mom life into the mom life you've always wanted to have, because motherhood isn't a natural talent. It's a skill, sweetie, and you can learn it. So go and check out the Moms Like Us Academy today and find me when you get there and say hi.